Let's go see him.
Okay. Can you give me a contacts roll to know where they live?
I know where you live.
Okay.
By the way, dib dabs are still really good.
Oh,
What the hell is a dib dab?
Sherbet and a
I
lolly.
love it.
Is it as good as a sherbet dip?
It is a sherbet dip, really, isn't it? Or
I suppose. It depends what's the boiled sweet like.
oh, it's just a normal red lolly. It's nice.
Wow,
Well, I do have
no-
half a sherbet on my lap.
No successes.
So, I mean, you recognise them, but unfortunately you don't know where this person lives.
Do I know where they live?
Do you have contact? Do you want to roll?
I have a lot of contact. Wink. Yes, it is. So is it mind or heart for contact?
It is heart.
5, 7. I have 1 6.
Okay. Having recognised the person before, and being the kind of person who goes to a private school, it's actually slightly surprising that you yourself do not go to this private school.
I know, right?
I know. But you know the... Give me a... Parker, who are they?
Well, that's Francis.
Francis.
Obviously.
Francis. And the family name?
Walker.
Francis Walker, okay. And so, yeah, Francis Walker lives at a...
I get out a little pink diary and I'm like
Yeah.
flipping through it going, well, obviously.
Yeah, it's a 2 up, 2 down near the beachfront, and yeah, it's if you
So
you
he's
know where they
smashed
live.
out there,
You end up outside looking up at this house. Next to it is a garage that appears to be like the front of the garage appears to be open, and there inside there is a it looks like there is a gentleman who is fixing a car. Like, you can just see the legs coming out from underneath this rather new-looking Volvo.
Based on the amount of money going around here, is this a hired person or is this Mr. Walker or is this, Francis?
From what it looks like, the person underneath the car looks like they are wearing quite smart trousers despite being underneath the car. You can see they're working. They're not trapped under the car or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I
knock on the hood.
And he kind of rolls out from underneath the car. You recognise Mr. Miles Walker. I reckon you're one of... Oh, sorry, what
We're
was...
friends with your son Francis.
Yes, Francis's friends. Yeah, that's right.
We play tennis at the club.
Sorry, could you pass that spark plug up there? That'd be a dear.
What's a spark plug?
One of
You
those.
mean this one?
Yes. And he just slides back underneath the car.
Mr. Walker, is Francis home?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were here. Yes, no, maybe.
Should we just
You got problems with your suspension?
Oh no, this is just a personal project I'm working on. It's okay.
Is it in disguise?
The car?
Yes. I tap it suspiciously, looking at Peter for sort of confirmation.
Yeah, what does it turn into?
We're just going to go around and check that Francis is in, okay?
Sure. Peter and Dot, can you give me an investigation roll? Whoever has the most, can they roll it, and the other person gives them +1.
Oh god,
Okay.
maybe it isn't disguised.
I've got 6.
I've got 4, so you roll it.
So I get a +1.
Yep.
1 success.
Do you want to ask me some questions about this car?
I do. I would like to ask.
The hood of the car is up, so you can see the engine from where you are.
Yeah. So first of all, just a general description of what this is. He says it's a passion project. I'm assuming he's just building a kit car or something like that.
On the inside of the engine block, it looks like he is doing something with the electronics of the car. There appear to be a great more wires than you would expect from a car of this. It looks like he's rewiring it.
It's not the car he's built. He's modifying the car.
He's modifying. Yeah, this is a car that he has bought and is now modifying.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to ask, what do the modifications mean?
You looking at it, it looks like the car has had a number of computer components attached to it in some way. It appears he is modifying it in some way that you're not sure. Something to do with that, yeah.
Right, okay.
It certainly has a lot of parts that you wouldn't expect to be in here.
I duck my head down when I say, sir, it looks like you're attaching some sort of computing system to your car. Why?
Oh, it needs to be smarter.
You're making a car that's capable of making autonomous decisions for itself.
Maybe?
Legal?
I don't know. And he slides back underneath the car.
We're at the front door, I'm guessing, are we?
Have you gone around to the front door? Cool. You can knock.
We were heading that way.
Oh, no, not the front door, the back door.
Really?
You can go,
like the full house.
Yeah, you can go round the side.
Yeah. I know where Francis hangs out.
I'm going to hang back a bit because me and Francis didn't have the best of encounters last time.
Sure. Okay. So do you hang out in the garage or do you just stay back a bit?
I'm just going to stay back a bit.
Okay.
I am not going to be the one ringing the doorbell or standing right in the doorway. You get me?
Parker and Trish, you head round to the back garden through a gate. There isn't too much of a back garden because this is kind of waterfront area. There is a quite nice conservatory out the back, and you can see a small lawn. But in the conservatory, you can see that a meal has been laid out, and what looks like I can't remember this person's name. I'm sorry. Remind me.
Francis,
thank you. Francis Walker. I'm going to actually write that down. You can see Francis is eating a dinner, it looks like, alongside what you're guessing is his mother. Unless you have met them and know that it is for certain their mother.
Is there a robot on the table, or is there any, like, is he got his toy near him?
There is not a robot on the table, no.
So Trish is like, okay, for starters, if I were a 15-year-old boy and I bought a robot toy that started moving and interacting with me, I would not leave it somewhere and go and have dinner with my mum.
Well, is it possible that the robot toys only start moving when you take them out of the box? Because they didn't move when they were in the box.
So we need to find out if he's taken his... How well do you know this boy? Is it alright just to go knock and ask?
At this point, you're standing in their back garden and you see Miles... you see Francis Miles lift a fork to his mouth, look at Parker, and just their jaw drops.
Hey! I point to the back of my head.
Their mother turns around and looks at you lot. The conservatory blocking all the audio. You can see her say something without looking at you, obviously directed at Miles. And they have a short conversation. Francis goes to stand up and go to the back door of the conservatory where he unlocks it. Hello?
Hi, Francis.
Hi.
Is everything okay?
Well,
have you seen any moving robots?
Is this... I bought a robot earlier.
Yeah,
you mean the Transformers?
Yeah, I want to see it.
What, didn't you get your own?
Well,
we were just wondering, given that you pushed me quite hard earlier on, and I've got quite a bump on the back of my head.
And with that, he steps out and closes the door behind him, glancing at his mother.
I didn't come to get you in any trouble. I just
Well,
wondered because there was
okay.
a bit of a scratch on my robot, and I was wondering if you'd taken your robot out of its box yet.
No, I haven't.
Can I see it? Please?
You want to see my Optimus?
Yeah, I really
You've always
wanna see
wanted a girl to ask to see your
I
robot,
really want to
Francis.
see your Optimus, Francis.
I think Tarquin is standing in the background, sort of looking at shoes. He doesn't really know how to deal with this.
I'm having dinner. My father's going to join us soon.
Yeah, I just talked to him. He's working on his car. I'm not sure he's actually going to join you anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, he's still working on the car. He hasn't.
Yeah, huh?
He hasn't.
What's he doing to it? It looks very impressive.
He's been working on it all day. I don't know.
He's really into that car. Can I see the robot?
Just a wee look, and then we'll let you have dinner.
Please.
I mean,
Can
my head really hurts.
Shut up, Trish, please.
Parker give me a charm roll? You can have +1 for Trish.
Thank you. Yep, 1.
Okay. Okay, sure. Can just wait here a second, and he opens the door behind him. Mum, some friends want to come round. I've finished my dinner. If I clear up, can they come in? And the mother says, Sure, dear. If you want to check on your father, he still hasn't eaten his dinner. Make sure he comes through. Sure thing, Mum." And he turns around and kind of beckons you in a kind of
Do we
confused way.
gesture to all the other three and go, "Our friends are here too. Okay, let's go."
No, you've gone round the corner, sort of
Oh.
into the back garden.
Can I offer to go check on the dad? Can I?
Victor is still standing staring at the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tarquin, do you speak up at this point?
yeah. Can I say? Oh, I'll go and fetch him. We just spoke to him.
Sure, okay. You. Francis only just seemingly noticing Tarquin. Is he okay after earlier? To Parker and Trish, is he okay?
Oh,
Is he okay? I'm the one with a bump on my
I'm
head.
sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Right.
He just seemed angry.
You seem
Oh, no,
angry
he's
because
fine.
you put a bump on my head.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go and fetch the dad because I think I'm just gonna make this kid uncomfortable. So.
Why are you asking? You seem very worried about Tarquin. I mean, you know, he's a very likable person. But why is he like? Does he scare you?
The kid looks at you.
You are undoing all my good work.
We're just gonna blow this
No.
charm.
No, Trish. The kid looks at you and just goes.
Oh,
He nods.
well, he's not coming in right now. It's fine. Just show us the robot. But she clocks that. She
She.
will remember this.
He walks back into the living room behind him and kind of glancing back at you to make sure you're still following him.
Oh, we're following him.
Goes
Hi,
in-
Mrs. Walker. Very familiar.
Hi, Parker, was it?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, I've seen you around. Enjoy. We've just decorated. And
Oh, it's very nice. I love what you've done with the place.
as you enter the living room, you can see that
Pink.
it has that kind of recently painted smell to it, but it's that sort of bobbly wallpaper
I was going to say
with
it's Altex or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Don't stand against it.
yeah, basically. And he leads you into a small hallway and up a set of stairs into and then through the first door on the landing.
Trish
where-
just suddenly pulls Parker's arm just quietly and goes, "Are we going to his bedroom? Because I've never been inside a boy's bedroom before."
Better start now. Also, I really don't like what they've done with the place.
As he enters, and then he just stops, turns on the light, and what you notice from behind him are there are quite a few Transformers posters in this
Oh,
room.
Peter would love this.
This room is at the sort of edge of the house, near the roof. So you've got one angled bit of the ceiling which has an Optimus Prime on it, as well as a few other posters of various Transformers around, and a shelf which looks like it once did have some toys on it. They are now, however, pieces of toys. The Francis rushes over to the shelf, starts picking up pieces as you notice that all the toys here appear to have been pulled apart. All the arms thrown around, the bodies, legs, all that kind of thing.
What did you do to your toys, Francis?
I didn't do this.
Are they
What's happened?
Can I just interrupt for 1 second?
Sure, yeah.
What did we do with our toys?
We left them at the
I was
lighthouse.
quietly wondering, like,
Did we put them in backpacks or did we leave them in the lighthouse?
I think they're in my coat. Because
I hope they're in your coat.
They're probably in your coat.
So far,
You say
I've been
one's-
regarding the robots as fine.
Should you say one's in your coat, one's in my backpack? Because I don't
Sure.
think I'd part with mine. No.
Yeah, we didn't specify, but it does seem weird
Yeah.
that we would leave sentient robots in the lighthouse.
That's fine. The window next to you notice is wide open, and he's looking at this broken open box of an Optimus Prime or Optimus Egvius.
Francis, where's your doodad?
The Optimus also appears to be destroyed. You can see bits of what you recognise to be that
Oh.
one around there.
I don't
What-
suppose you've got any younger siblings, Francis, with a taste for
dog?
danger
No,
and violence.
no, I don't have any. Where? It's all gone. Was this you? Did
No.
one of you lot climb in the
climb in this
window?
In this
Why would
outfit?
we have come into your house if we'd done this? Looking at the wreckage of the Equius Optimus, can Trish see the gun?
Can you give me an investigation roll? And that can be
Probably
question
not.
number 1.
Do I get a plus for
There
Parker?
are bits strewn around the room. Yeah, you can get if Parker's looking as well. Are you looking
I'm
around the room?
looking- Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Ooh, 2.
You get 4
Is that good?
questions.
4 questions. Okay.
Question 1: Can you find the gun? Yes, the gun is lying on the floor.
Can Trish pick that up?
Yes.
That's not one of the questions. It's just a.
Yeah, yes, you can pick it up, and that's fine. You
Yeah.
can just take it.
She
They
just
do
sort of
what
stares
kind of
sadly.
marks are there on? Like tearing, clawing, biting?
It looks like various parts of most of the toys here have been pulled. So you know the joints you get in action figures, basically pulled out.
So
but-
rather than sliced, they've been pulled apart.
Yeah. Whereas the Equius Optimus appears to have been twisted and had its limbs pulled asunder. It's got much more complex looking limbs, and basically its arms been ripped off, and then it looks like it's been twisted, and there appears to be a gaping hole in its chest.
Can I just same as Parker did at Lighthouse, just put my finger near its hand and just see if it does anything?
Doesn't do anything.
She looks at Parker like.
I think it's dead.
What do you mean it's dead? Was it one of you lot? Did one of your friends... Was it because I hurt you? I'm sorry that I hurt you.
Francis,
No, it's nothing to do with
Francis,
that.
none of us would have bothered to do
Mum, we've had a break-in! And
Are there any other toys that are damaged? Because we had 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
that's
many
fine.
But are there any toys that aren't robots that have been damaged?
you do see that some of the other... There are a few kind of motorcycle toys and action figures and various different... Not that motorcycle, but like
No,
action...
so do you like whoever's doing it is like, they might be in disguise. So they shoot anything that
There's
might
a
be a
tape
car.
recorder.
There are various items around that look like they've been pushed against a wall or moved, and some of them appear to have just been knocked over, but it
More
just
to get to the robots, like the target seems to be purely
that
robots.
would be an assumption you're making.
I hang my head out of the window and like check. Well, like how far is it up, and are there marks on the walls and stuff?
There are no marks on the walls. It is quite far up. You are on the the first floor, from the ground first of a ground first floor building.
Trish, can robots fly?
It depends what they're disguised as at the time, I suppose.
Hard cut to talking to Peter in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys go, can robots fly? If they're
Peter, you know of various.
Actually, the Decepticons, for some strange reason, can all fly, even in their alt forms and their bot forms, but even though they don't have wings. But the Autobots, they can't. They just walk or roll.
Should we do a wibbly whoop to the base, or does anyone have anything they want to check here?
I think we're out of questions to check.
I think we should wibbly woo.
Wibbly whoop, wibbly whoop.
I've just been distracting the dad, so yeah, I'm cool.
Okay.
Us all sitting in a circle at the base.
Yeah.
We're sharing a dib dab as best we can.
On-
Sharing little dib dabs.
Actually, I am gonna steal a scene here. On the way to the base, you go past. You go through town basically, and along the waterfront anyway, towards where the lighthouse is on the beach. And there's a teenager here, about 17, 18, and it's handing people flyers. As you go past, goes to hand you a flyer.
I take a flyer.
Purchase the new Autobots and Decepticons from Nancy and Betty's store from today.
She's all out, you know.
The person handing out the flyers blanks you. Can you give me an empathy check?
Rude.
Empathize? Check.
Empathize, yep.
As soon as I figure out what ability that fits with.
Mind.
Just like they just completely ignore you once you take the flyer as though you're not there.
Oh wait, no, that is a 6.
I'm paranoid about sucking making a noise.
Apparently, this counts as a 6.
Okay.
Right?
That's an arcane 6.
Cthulhu dies.
Give me 2 questions. About this person.
Okay, you said he's blanking. He's not looking at it. Is he looking at anything in particular, or is it glazed?
Glaze. I'm going to consider that to be a second question, and they do not respond. They do not respond, but they do continue to hand things to people as they come past.
Gradually, we all start going.
No, hold on. I take all the flyers.
Okay,
How old are they, by the way?
they look about 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
They try and grab them back off you.
I go like that.
What,
Like, as
you,
in-
you just throw them in the air.
yeah, like as in at him.
Parker, that's really
and,
rude.
and
She's
they
become a rebel.
they don't do anything to you. They just start trying to pick them up off the floor. And as someone goes past, they go to hand one as they go past, and then continue to pick them up off the floor.
I mean, we've seen weirder things today, but guys, this is weird.
I agree. It's very weird.
Can I try and can I just walk past and see if I get handed a flyer?
Goes to hand you a flyer.
Can I just
Do it
do
again.
that again?
Yeah,
Does
just
he hand me another-
hands you another flyer.
Yeah, guys, this is really strange.
Let's take as many flyers as they'll give us, and then we'll see eventually if she'll go somewhere.
Yeah, let's just keep taking them until they run out.
Is
That's
there
such a good idea, Dark.
is there something? Is there something? physically amiss with this character? Can I investigate that?
Give me an investigate roll.
Can we aid that?
Yes. So you can have a total of +4.
Wow. I have 1-6.
Give me 2 questions.
What, from the list or?
Any questions you want. They're good.
Okay,
They're good example questions.
Oh, okay. I thought those were specifics. Yeah. Is there something physically amiss with this person?
Okay. You kind of look them up and down as they're handing things out. When they turn away from you, you see something in the base of their neck. Just underneath their floppy teenage hair.
Pull them down, Tarquin.
Okay, this is like an 18-year-old. Okay.
This is an adult.
We
guys.
might be about to get a visitor, by the way.
I can't.
Second question.
Second question. Does the thing that is attached to the back of his neck look like it came from a toy, as opposed to some sort of elaborate implant that has been placed?
Kitty, it looks like some sort of elaborate chip or item or thing. It looks electronic. It does not look toyish.
Okay. Our star of the show is here.
Sorry, guys. I
fine.
knew it was going to happen. I could hear him coming upstairs.
Biggest cat in the world.
Do we think that chip can come off?
That it would be a third question that you did not
I
get.
know.
It look. So I'm gonna say that it appears to not be on the skin. It appears to be surfacing from the skin.
Look, I'm not going to try and hold him down. I think that would end badly. Let's just take all the flyers, legitimately, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm really sorry.
Like we form a little circle like this, like we carry on.
Just walking past
go
him one
round
after the other.
and keep going until he runs out.
Like if he notices that you have one in your hands, he won't give one to you. But if you go past with it in your pockets, he'll
we'll
hand
keep
you one.
it.
Handbag.
I also-
Handbag, everything
I
in
was like,
hand.
I stand at the end and accept it as they go past me.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
the
what I
opposite
get
of
in
the
my
Edinburgh
bio.
Fringe.
Every time I give you one, I'm like, you dart, this one.
Sure. And as it ends, pretty much as he hands out the last one, he turns on the spot and walks towards one of the roads coming off from the waterfront. He heads straight, and you recognise it where he's going pretty quickly. He is headed towards the toy store.
What time of day is it?
It is currently approaching evening, as you've been wandering about various places by now.
Okay.
It is starting to get dark.
Do we make it as far as the toy store?
I don't think we should right now.
I want to know if the billboard's still up.
I think we
And
should.
like
wanna see-
intact.
I think we need to follow him wherever he goes to.
We need to see who he's meeting.
Oh, to it, just not in it, yeah.
When we're walking, I'm going to get the actual Optimus Prime out of my backpack and say, "Do you know anything about this?"
I thought it was in Peter's backpack.
Oh no, sorry, the bike then. I get the bike out of my coat. Sorry, wrong
Yeah.
mine.
The rotunda rod.
Yes, it's Rotunda Rod. How do you know anything about this?
Kind of just looks around.
I sort of point him in the direction of the dude.
Looks up at you. Looks at the dude.
I want one.
He's got a chip on the back of his neck. If that helps.
Looks at you. Looks at the dude. Shrugs.
I don't think they're technically intelligent. They just seem to react to particular stimuli.
Peter, occasionally I feel the same way about you.
Wow.
Oh, that's so nice.
Crushing.
I'm sorry, Peter. I'm sorry.
Does Peter
put the robot back.
get that, or does he just not comprehend that?
Was that an insult?
Bar? No, I'm going to say no. No, Peter, it wasn't.
No.
It was a
I
compliment.
was just checking
Oh,
through. I was pretending to be Morrissey. You know, it's like kind
I'm
of.
so happy.
As you walk past a what was recently a demolished building, which has an amount of grass in where it used to be, you see a couple of kids playing with toys. You see two of them playing with two different Transformers toys.
Do they look like Peter? Are they Autobots or Decepticons?
The two children are maybe about 6 years old, if not younger, and the two Autobots seem to be reacting to them and playing by themselves.
They are Autobots. Okay.
The kids seem to be enjoying it very much. Then something jumps out from the grass at them. Another robot of some kind leaps at one of the other robots and slams it to the ground, pulls back a fist, and then a knife appears and it shoves it through the chest. Points towards the other one, and from a cannon on its arm, shoots the other one. Then, very quickly, transforms itself. You see it adjust itself, and two propellers come out of it, starts spinning, and goes up into the air. As the two kids just start crying.
No,
Would
bad
I
robot.
investigate? Would I
Bad
know
robot.
the name of these robots?
I was like, Peter, is that a plasma laser accelerator thing?
You heard the crack of a firearm, is what you heard.
Oh, like a bang kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
not with a concussive bang like
Can
that.
can I pull out the
That
gun
sounds
that
like
I took
gunpowder.
at Francis's house and try and shoot with a tiny gun, shoot the tiny robot that's flying?
Yes, okay.
Could possibly go wrong.
Give me a calculate check.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Oh, actually, it's all right. Amazingly, I've got that.
Oh, hang on. Let me think about this. I didn't want to give you firearms, and this has gone wrong. This is fine though. Give me a calculate.
I got 2.
You fire it off. It hits with a bang. The two kids stare at you, look up, and as you look up at this helicopter thing, you see part of it shear off and fall to the floor, and it starts to spin to the side and falls down behind a house nearby.
After
Have
it,
you considered
Crumbs.
that you've just taught them that humans are a threat?
flashy wands.
Dot and Trish, get after it.
Dot is already running.
We're going to follow the. I am going to follow the teenager that we're already following,
Yeah.
who I imagine has moved away from us. So I'm going to trot after him.
Okay.
Who's got sneak?
Peter, you're with me. Trish, bring your firearm.
What have I done? What have I done?
I'll go with
Tiny little
Tarquin.
plastic gun.
And as Trish, Peter Parker, and Dot move off behind one house, and Tarquin continues to follow the fellow who is off to the toy store.
I'm with Tarquin.
Okay, sure. So Tarquin and Parker followed towards the toy store. I'm gonna end it there for this evening.
Actually, immediately, my character just pulls a brick out of her coat. In my head, she's wearing a brick and a
Your coat of many
And a
pockets.
tiny little gun. I was
I'm
trying to get
basically
Canada's
Cable.
gun to use, but I can't get it off of him. He won't let go of it.
Canada likes his gun.
You've got a brick. I've got hairspray.
lighter hairspray.
And a lighter,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I've just got hairspray.
Bugger up straight away.
Find
Oh,
the cooler old kids who have cigarettes. We can just get the lighter. We're away.
So at least we've got hopefully if we can find it, we've got a bit of a bad robot.
Yeah, hopefully. This
far.
this went in an interesting way. I wasn't sure how you would react to a lot of these things, but I hope you lot had fun.
Yeah.
So, as of yet, when you finish the mystery, you get a chance to get experience and so forth. But I'm gonna instead of going through the sort of official questions for the experience points, I'm gonna go through the players and ask how their characters kind of feel right now. So, starting with Parker, how is Parker right now?
Desperately confused. This is not her wheelhouse, and she's not entirely sure any of this is real.
Okay.
Like, real, yes, but not like right? Like, this is just some sort of weird scientific doodad that if we press the right button, it'll stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
How is Dot feeling?
Dot's beginning to have suspicions about techno. It's like she feels that she's been derailed from a social justice campaign. On the other hand, there's violence, which is she's also very glad that she's seen stuff in her eyes. It's kind of she felt almost quite good when Trish shot it because now she's running at and she's able to do something that's vaguely proactive instead of this weirdness around the kids. As you know, the second you see one robot stab another robot to death, that's changed. That's not something I can actually stand by.
Sorry, my cat's knocking things off my table.
Yeah, my motivation is I want to save the world. I've read the back of the actual Optimus Prime tech specs, and it's like, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. I'm on my side.
Okay. How is Peter?
Peter is in some sort of delirious daydream. He's got this constant excuse to hang out with Dot, and his favourite toys have come alive, so...
Right.
It's my best day ever.
He's wondering secretly whether this is because he watched that self-help video and this is what life is like for everyone all the time.
I think we're trapped in Peter's fanfic. That's actually...
How is Trish?
I think, well, it's not a slow news day anymore. I think at the beginning of the day, when they learned about the toys, Trish was a bit like, oh, okay, trying to find a story. Then when there was a scrum in the shop, she started to get a bit excited. She kind of hoped that Dot would start a riot because they'd have something to talk about, basically. And now she's not lacking for anything to talk about. But I think she's actually really shocked at how quickly she went with in the fact that she stole a robot toy.
Yeah.
That's not something she would normally do. She feels like there was this frenzy going on around her. And now the fact that she's used a little plastic gun to shoot a plastic thing out of the sky. So I think she's she's gone from desperately seeking a story to feeling horribly like she might be part of the story, and she doesn't like that particularly.
My best friend's really changed, guys.
He's a
I think we might need to stage an intervention.
He's a really good shot, though.
Apparently, yeah. I think she's just thinking if she just keeps going and doesn't step back, then it's okay. But I think if she actually stepped back and looked at what they were doing, she'd just be like, "Wah!"
What about Tarquin?
Everything is going horribly wrong for Tarquin. I think the tiny little robots are slightly concerning. I mean, it's all weird, but I think he feels like he could take one of those robots. He's not particularly impressed by very small things. He reckons take that. What's far worse is that Dot has quite possibly access to a gun and a brick. Okay. So this is going really badly.
Trish is quite prepared to take
Separated.
Tarquin aside, by the way, and ask what exactly he's been doing at school in order to terrify brutes like Francis, who was quite violent himself in the shop, but he's genuinely scared of Tarquin. So
I know for next week, Trish, you fired off one of the guns. Who has the other one?
I gave the gun to Trish.
Okay.
no, you've got your gun still. I've got the one I picked up from Francis's house.
I've got the whole bike package. So in other words, I would have everything that was in the bike package.
The bike package had no gun. It was
in which case I don't have a gun then.
It was
So
the Optimus
Peter's
package.
got the other one then.
Okay.
just to be the horrible one. Next week is the week I can't make it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's fine. We will continue, and you'll come back to who knows what by that point.
Yeah.
Are you covered in guns?
Tiny guns, like just made, and a jacket made of tiny guns.
Bandolier of tiny guns.
The whole Matrix thing is like, open up the coat for the
Guns.
To be honest,
That's a tiny gun.
I'm amazed you hit that flying thing. I think that's
Well,
good-
you
that's
know
good
what it
narrative.
was? It's the glasses.
Of course. Okay, so we have had a great time, and I hope everybody at home has as well. Thank you very much to Tabletop Audio for the ambient music that you have been hearing throughout. As always, we're very grateful to you, our fans, for your generous donations. You helped make the show what it is. And finally, thank you very much for watching. We've been beautiful, you've been amazing, and now it's time to roll out.
There is literally nowhere for me to go in this.
Yeah.